Yo, yo. You know how we started off every episode, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a shot. Today's shot is dedicated to all them people biting already. You know what? I take it with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. I'm with my brother's cash and that television. You know what? That means we're being seen. We must be doing something right. So I'm going to take a shot for y'all niggas who's taking shots now. Right? Salud.
Salud.
Chase that shit with a beer.
Word out, yo. Indeed. Yo, I want to welcome everyone back to Drunk Sports Talk, New York's new number one sports talk out on these internet streets. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? As always, like my man Q said, it's your boy Johnny Cash. I got my ride or dies with me, my man at television, and my man Q. What's going on, fellas?
Yo, Scuddy, baby. Another day, another podcast, son. Just living the dream, B.
Yeah, we out here. You already know, motherfuckers already biting like Tyson because we out here.
Niggas biting like Tyson, son. Yeah. Yo.
Biting like crazy. Yo, niggas.
We only out here, B.
Nigga, I had Ed this week, right? And he was like, yo, I'm gonna hit him with that ghost face. Yo, niggas get off of that shit, son.
That's the first thing I thought of. I like, niggas get off of that shit.
Yo, nigga had the baby on the cup and boom, you know what I mean? So nah, but yeah, that's flattery. I mean, imitation is the biggest form of flattery. So that's dope, man. I want to thank everybody who subscribed this week. We had a nice week. We're only 2 weeks in. We had a nice week as far as views and subscribers, and we appreciate that. And we would love for you to guys keep subscribing, keep tuning in, keep sharing it, because we work hard doing this, man. You know what I mean? As much fun as it is, there is some work that goes into it. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
All right, man, let's jump into it, man. Let's get into town business, man. You know, we from the town, we from the city, so we always got to do town business, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Start this meeting off. I'm coming across, I'm watching First Take the other day with Kool-Aid Smith, right? And I
can never get tired of that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And he has an interesting little segment. It's top 5 NFC quarterbacks, right? So I'm like, okay, this is right up my wheelhouse, because my team is in the NFC East. You know what I'm saying? So I give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, I don't think he knows too much about football, but I'm like, I'm gonna check it out anyway. So I'm gonna throw his graphic up on the screen. But my gripe with he left Vanilla Vic out. But let me just show y'all what he put. Let me show you his top 5 NFC quarterbacks, not NFL quarterbacks. NFC. Hold up. Can we see it? You guys see some?
Yes, sir.
You see him?
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna read the list off. Right. Number 1, Jalen Hurts. I don't have a problem with that. Not at all. Even though I hate the Eagles.
Word.
Number 2, Brock Purdy. Number 3, Jared Goff. I can live with that. Number 4, Dak Prescott. No go for me. And number 5, Geno Smith, right? Listen. I mean, let me say a couple of things real quick, and then we'll get into everyone's thoughts. First of all, they left my man off the list. They left my man off the list, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, who am I talking about?
DJ Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes, B.
And I know people are gonna be like, "Yo, Danny Dimes, he's he hasn't had great seasons. He's still new." And you're gonna hear, calm down, because I'm gonna say what I feel. It's my opinion. I'm gonna say what I feel. Okay. Yeah, first, I'm gonna give you guys my top 5, right? And then we're gonna you guys can give me yours. Number 1, Hurts, baller, no problem with that. I went with number 2, and he moved from the AFC over to the NFC this year, right? I'm going with Derek Carr. Derek Carr. Say what you want about Carr. Carr put up numbers. Okay.
Yes, he did.
I'm gonna go number 3. Now I know he was hurt, right? He was hurt, and they've been having some. They've been having a lot of problems over there in LA. But I went with Matthew Stafford. When he's healthy, one of the best. One of the best. 100%. 4, I went with my man Vanilla Vic. 100%. And we'll talk about it while we did it. And 5, I went with, no, I'm sorry. 4, I went with Jared Goff, and 5, I went with Geno. Or you could put Cousins in there, whatever you feel, right? Now, Ed, I'm gonna go to you first, man.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree with his list? Disagree with his list? And do you feel Daniel Jones should be on that list?
I can't lie. I got 3 of his picks that he picked, not particularly in the same order. I got 2 of them are straight off on my list, and I actually got DJ. A little bit New York bias as always, but I got DJ in my top 5. Mm-hmm. So on my list, I got number 1. I got Jalen Hurts. As much as as we just said, I hate.
Gotta give it up.
Passion. Gotta give it up. 14-1 record. Mm-hmm. Had a great Super Bowl game. He was on the losing end, but I had a great Super Bowl. Thank God they didn't win.
Indeed. Shout out to Kansas City. My bad.
Shout out to Kansas City. Number 2, I'm gonna pick Brock Purdy because I like what he showed.
That's interesting.
He went 5-0. He was heading into the postseason pretty hot. That San Francisco team had one of the best defenses, and I thought he took full advantage of that, and he had the offensive weapons around him. He just they got hurt. I mean, how many quarterbacks they played in one game? Like even McCaffrey got a quarterback that championship game. Anyway, at number 3, I'm going with Kirk Cousins. I gotta go with my man Kurt. Number 4, I picked Jared Goff because there's a lot of hype on Detroit coming in this year. And number 5, I put my man Daniel Jones. And as a mention, it's like a 5.8 whatever. I'll put Derek Carr in there, but he's out of my top 5.
Okay. Well, all right. We'll swing back to that. Q, what do you got?
All right. So I had to think about this one, man, and I hope y'all dudes don't fucking chop my head off, but I didn't put Danny Dimes in top 5, but I put him in 6. So I'm gonna do my 6. Okay. All right, and I put Daniel Jones at 6. Number 1, but he could have easily made top 5. Number 1, come on, homie ran 7 touchdowns, 700 yards, bro. You know what I mean? There was some starting running backs that didn't even do that. Which is bonkers.
That's my argument. Go ahead. Yep.
And he threw the ball, had no weapons. 14 touchdowns, I'll take it. But I definitely think he deserves to be, to be seen as somebody who's definitely up and coming. We know this. 5, I'm gonna put Kirk Cousins. And I feel like Kirk Cousins. I feel like he just be slept on. I just feel like he would definitely be more in an elite position if the fucking Vikings just start winning in the playoffs. And if their defense can stop throwing these damn games, it would be a different conversation with him. But he always gets them there, and he's been showing and proving what he can do. He even did it on the Redskins, and they didn't have shit.
Nothing.
So 4, I'm gonna go with Matthew Stafford. And the next 2 people I'm gonna say 4 and 3. I'm gonna bundle these dudes up. 4 and 3 is Matthew Stafford and Kyler Murray. And to be honest, they would probably be a little bit higher in 2 and 3, but they got injured last year. But to be honest, they ill quarterbacks. Like I very rarely have seen Matthew Stafford throw a less than 4,000 yard season, even when he had the no receiving core with the Lions, and then when he went with the Rams, but he was hurt. Same thing with Kyler Murray.
And he had totally different quarterbacks. One's a pocket guy, the other guy's likes to get out and run. Yeah.
Yep. And then 2, I went with Jared Goff. He definitely had that pick that you had that saved your fantasy league. I'll let you speak more about that, but Jared Goff did his thing last year. Number 1, everybody know is Jalen Hurts. But 5 could have easily been Daniel Jones, so I can't even say I disagree. But I do want to hear Ed talk about it. I hear your 5, Cash. I want to hear Ed say why he really think about Brock Purdy. I could say why I don't agree with Geno Smith is because I feel like it took him 9 years to have a good season. I don't know if it's because nobody gave him a shot, but I remember him getting many shots, and all of a sudden, he got DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, and you know what I mean, and the coach that they got. That's just a well-rounded team, So But I can't put him in the top 5. He needs more than one consecutive season for me to be able to say you top 5. You know, like that's like people, you know, and we're gonna get on this later. That's like people saying Wemby gonna be better than LeBron. Homie just got into the pick. He's playing the summer league, mate. Slow your roll.
That's a great point you bring up. That's one of my points why I put Daniel Jones in the top 5. You mentioned Tyler Lockett and Metcalf, right? Out of all the QBs we named, right? Let's go through the list, right? Dak, CeeDee Lamb, now he's got Brandon Cooks, right? Two premier receivers, right? Geno, we just mentioned the guys he has, right? Brock Purdy, Deebo Samuel, straight baller, number 1, correct?
Oh, insane.
Right? Jared Goff, like you said, my guy who saved my fantasy season, Amon-Ra St. Brown, baller, straight up number 1, baller, son. He's gonna be one of them dudes out here.
Amon-Ra, right?
Oof. Right, Amon-Ra, 100%. Matthew Stafford, you know, he's had a plethora of number 1s, you know, with Cooper Kupp and all these guys, right?
Odell Beckham, Brandon Cooks at one point.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, no number 1 receivers.
None.
I don't, you know, we'll see what Jalen Hyatt turns out to be. We'll see. And Darren Waller, you know, we know Darren Waller is a baller. But as of right now, no real number 1 receivers. That's number 1. That's my point, right? Point number 1. Point number 2, I'm looking at his QBR, right? 60.8, right? 6th in the league. It's in line with all these guys. Just as good as Geno's. Geno's 60.8. Better than Dak's 57.9, right? And better even than Derek Carr's, who's at 55.5, right? So he's in line with all the top QBs as far as QBR. His completion percentage, 67.2. Better than Jared Goff's at 65. Better than Derek Carr's at 60.8. Right in line with Brock Purdy's at 67.1. Dak 66.2. So he's right in line. He's in lockstep with all these guys in those 2 categories, right? Touchdowns, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, right? Probably the lowest of the bunch, right? Jared Goff is 29-7. Derek Carr 24-14. Brock Purdy, well, he's higher than Brock Purdy, but 13-4. Geno 30-11, and Dak was 23-15. We all know Dak is an interception machine, but you know, we talked about this last week. The low touchdowns was a byproduct of 2 things. Kafka and Dable not asking him to throw that much, right? Receivers not being able to create separation, right? And to put it on top of that, you got to add his, like Q said, you got to add his 700 rushing yards and his 7 TDs rushing. Yeah, and if you look, if you look at his stats, one of our people put a comment on our page, on our one of our videos saying that Daniel Jones ripped off like 15 to 20 yard runs when he got it. So that's my argument. And I'm a little saucy, so I might not articulate it the way I wanted to. But we're on Drunk Sports Talk, right?
That's what this show's about.
But salute. But that is my argument for Vanilla Vic to be in the top 5. So real quick, before you go, Ed, let's take a shot from my man Vanilla Vic.
Oh, Vanilla Vic, man. Shit. I love that nickname too, Vanilla Vic. Mr. Badnilla.
Let's go.
You already know.
Daniel Jones, New York Giants, stand up. Shit. Salute.
Salute, fuck it.
All right, Ed, talk to me.
All right. So to go with what Q was saying, like Q, I'm gonna answer your question. I know you were like, I think I'm bugging because I put Brock at number 2. I just think that whole QB scenario last year with the 49ers was just ridiculous to me. I always like a good QB controversy story. So you got Garoppolo, you got Lance, and then you got Brock. Nobody heard of this guy, Brock. Myself, he was Mr. Irrelevant, wasn't he? Mr. Irrelevant. He was
because he was the last pick in the draft and shit.
The last pick of the draft. Yeah. You know, Garoppolo, y'all saw he got hurt. Lance got hurt. This kid comes in, 5 starts, 5-0, 1,374 pass yards, 13 touchdowns, and 4 intos last season. And I feel like with that defense, with the weapons he had, Deebo Samuel, McCaffrey, Kittle, you know what I mean? I thought like they probably could have went all the way to the Super Bowl, and probably, I was saying it could have been Kansas City, San Fran again, and San Fran could have got their revenge this time around. But y'all saw how in that NFC game, that whole QB squad just got dismantled. So I just, it was just fun to see that. So maybe I'm like I'm picking him I put him as number 2 because a little bit I like the fan aspect part of it for me. I'm sorry, I'm a little sauce too already. But it was just fun for me to see. It was something fresh. It was something fresh to see. And I just want to see what he's coming into this year.
Do you think they gave? Now, remind you, they gave a lot of for Trey Lance. Do you think that he beats Trey Lance out for that starting spot? And I will say this about Brock: he did come in with a gust of wind. He caught lightning, right? Kind of gave me Tim Tebow vibes a little bit. You know what I mean? I know he's a more talented QB than Tim Tebow, but remember Tim Tebow came in and caught fire that year. Do you think he beats out Trey Lance, Q? And is he a little bit premature is Ed a little bit premature in him, coronating Brock?
I think we got to see more. I think we have to see more. He was put into a spotlight where he did succeed, but then again, he nobody knew about him. But what film you gonna watch on somebody you don't even know how to play? You have nothing to prepare.
Great point.
And that's why I feel like when Daniel Jones came right after Eli, he succeeded quickly, but the next season got a little bit more rough.
You sneak up on people.
Now we know how you play now. Oh, okay, we know you just shaky to throw the ball a little bit. We know you have the wide receivers. We know you like to run the ball. We're gonna make this hard for you. I think we need to see what he's gonna do this year. But he does look like I won't take nothing away from him. He does look like, because if he doesn't get hurt in that game is probably going to be much closer than what it was against the Eagles. But he did show like his head is in the right spot, and I think he's going to be great. I just can't put him in any top 5 until I see him play a little bit more this year and see what he could really do when teams are actually prepared to see what he can do and more prepared with this crazy ass stacked team of the 49ers, because that team is stacked.
Indeed. I agree. I agree with you, and I'm gonna reserve the right to make my judgment on Brock Purdy. Sometime in the season. They say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. That's a popular cliche on the show, if you will, right? But that's not entirely true. You can skew stats and numbers to look however you want, right? And I'm big on the sniff test, the eye test, right? And the reason why I'm holding the Danny Dimes champion, the Danny Dimes flag, is because he just looks dynamic to me. Like, you know what I mean? He reminds me of, everyone relax. He reminds me of Aaron Rodgers, maybe that year, maybe like 5-6 years ago. Remember Aaron Rodgers used to scramble out that pocket and rip off those big runs that would just kill you and get those first downs?
Yeah, little side-on passes.
Yeah. He's not Michael Vick, he's not Kyler Murray, he's not Lamar Jackson, but he was very mobile and he was very efficient with his running. And that's what Daniel Jones reminds me of. And I think he's going to get better this year with the weapons he has. And, I just think in the future, I think Daniel Jones, I want all these guys that's hating on DJ, I think they're going to have some egg on their face. You know what I mean? But
they got to bump their brakes because DJ coming.
Facts. And and that's just my opinion. Y'all entitled to have your opinions. But anything else to say on this topic, guys?
Nah, man.
Nah, we good?
Yeah.
You want to transition? All right, cool. We're gonna stay in the town though. We're gonna stay in the town, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
And man, this really pissed me off, man. And I normally don't take shit personally, you know what I'm saying? On this next subject, but as usual, I'm scrolling through the internet looking for shit to talk about, right? Looking for content, right? And I come across Kadarius Toney, right? Former Giant receiver, now on the Kansas City Chiefs, right?
Kadarius Phony.
And I'm going to play 2 video clips from him, and I'm going to put up a graphic of what he said, right? He's talking reckless. Like I said, I normally don't get involved with the personal shit, but I was offended by this. But y'all check this out right quick, all right? Hold on. Let's see. All right, I'm new to this.
I'm new to this, but true to this.
New to this, but true to this. All right, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna put up this real quick. Wait. All right.
Oh my God.
Can't even hear nothing.
Yeah. All I see is glowing teeth.
That's all I see. I see all I see is hate in that mouth.
Yo, I see hate in your butt.
but listen.
Nah, we can't hear nothing.
Yo, so listen, guys. I don't know if you guys got a chance to really listen to that, right? But
Nah, we couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
you couldn't hear any audio?
Nah.
All right, hold on. All right, let me paraphrase what he said then, right?
All right.
We're having some audio problems. He basically said in the video that he's sitting in his closet like a weirdo, right? Trapped in his closet being a weirdo, right? He's basically saying, yo, fuck the New York Giants fans. Y'all championship is older than my niece and my nephew, right? Then in another clip, he's basically saying he's getting sized for a Super Bowl ring, right? And he's like, you see him put the middle finger up, and he's like, this is for all you Giants and you Giants fans, right? So listen, all right, so look, here's my take on that. Like I said, normally I don't give a shit. Let me start by saying this about Kadarius Toney, right? When Kadarius Toney got drafted to the Giants, right? Q, you could vouch for me. We thought he was a baller. He is a baller. We was excited, right? Kadarius Toney could ball. I was very excited.
Yeah, coming out of Florida, hell yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? He's a playmaker. He's a baller. He's got mega skills. Mm-hmm. I felt like he was special. He's a burner, exactly. That's what I thought, right? But he was the last of the stink from the residue of that Gettleman era, right? So that was a problem within itself, right? Mm-hmm. But for some reason, he couldn't get on the field, man. He clashed with Dable, and there was a whole bunch of injuries, questions about injuries. I think he fucked his hamstring up trying to rehab a hamstring, which is fucking goofy as shit, right? They say he didn't learn the playbook very well. This is all allegedly. He couldn't understand the playbook. He didn't know the playbook, right?
He called the playbook corny too in that whole rant.
Right. Didn't understand the playbook. And he was jaded and disgruntled and had a bad attitude, right? So Brian Dable and Joe Shane decide, listen, we're not going to put him on the field, right? And which is very telling because one, last year we were in dire need of fucking receivers and playmakers, right? Mm-hmm. So to not have him on the field, you know, it's telling. I normally don't get involved when he's going at Joe Shane, he's going at Dable. Normally don't get involved. That's front office shit. Giant fan for life. That's front office shit. I'm not gonna hate him to do whatever you got to do, right? Mm-hmm. Gets traded to KC for 2 like low first round picks. So they basically let him walk out the door for some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
He goes over there, wins his ring, right? Yo, you doing your thing. You over there with Mahomes, Andy Reid, Kelsey. You doing your thing, brother. You're gonna get, you're gonna get catches and all that.
Word.
My whole thing is like this.
Schuster.
Why are you trying to shit on the Giants fans? But this is, brother, we don't play that shit over here. This is NYC, dog. You know what I'm saying? And if this is getting too uncomfortable for some of you people, you know what I'm saying? So be it. Yeah. We don't play that shit. This is the town. You don't talk no shit and get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
You a clown, dog. You a straight up clown. You know what I'm saying? All right, yo, check this out. Q, I'm gonna go to you first. What's your thoughts on this clown, this young thug knockoff? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he getting sized for a Super Bowl ring like he Tyreek Hill and took him there by himself.
Word.
Homie, they didn't need you. They didn't need you to get to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They didn't need you to win the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I think you need to slow your roll. You're not the reason for either. I think he needs a reality check. I'm not saying he can't ball, but homie, what have you done? It's like Eddie Murphy. What have you done for me lately? If Andy Reid, if he's talking all that shit and goes back to the Chiefs, Andy Reid and them niggas is gonna be like, yo, Kadarius, what have you done for me lately? What do you have, like 4 catches in the postseason?
He had what? Let me see. He had
7 catches.
He had 7 catches, yeah.
7 catches in the postseason? Come on. 49 yards, some shit like that?
Yeah.
1 touchdown, 50 yards, 1 touchdown.
And that one touchdown came in the Super Bowl.
That's 5. But that's 5 games in the postseason. And he got hurt when he got to the Chiefs, too.
Mm-hmm.
And he scores a touchdown in the Super Bowl and he does the fake injury shit, like, trying to throw. That's another thing, trying to throw a shot at Dable.
Come on, man.
I think in the interview he said, fuck a Dable. Yeah. Fuck Joe Shane.
Yeah.
Nah,
dude got hate in their blood because he see what they like, and to be honest, I don't think the Chiefs are gonna. I don't see the Chiefs holding on to somebody like that, because if you're doing that to your former team, like, what's gonna happen if you're not getting open and we're not giving you the ball?
Yeah, okay, my bad.
No, you can go. I'm just saying, because but I'm not. I don't want this to sound like I'm hating on the homie.
I'm hating on the nigga.
But I'm gonna keep it real, because if he was so ill like that, yo, Daniel Jones is not a bad quarterback, but you still couldn't get open for the homie to throw you the ball.
And he couldn't get on the field. And Ed, I'm gonna go to you, but here's the thing why he's really goofy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why he's really goofy, because he's shitting on. I think he's like a fucking scorned ex-lover, because he's shitting on the New York fans, right? But he got a fucking tattoo of the Statue of Liberty on his back, dog. You a clown, homie. Real talk, yo, I fucked with you too, man. But I'm tight, man, because I don't want like niggas front on the city. We might Tupac had a line. We might fight against each other, but I promise you this: we'll burn this bitch down, get us pissed. You know what I'm saying? We go to war with each other, but yo. Anyway, Ed, what's your thoughts, brother?
I'm gonna be straight up. Fuck you, Kadarius Toney. I don't fuck with that nigga. Anybody who don't fuck with rock with my teams,
damn right.
Fuck out of here. You can't stand it. He get the fuck out the kitchen, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's like Cassius said. He's acting like a scorn lover. Come on, you got traded. You got blessed to be in the perfect situation to be with a quarterback like Mahomes. You know. And to be on not for nothing, Kansas City is one of the best franchises right now in the NFL.
100%. Andy Reid is the Don.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The Don Dada, even though I hated him when he was coaching the Eagles. But that's there. But then you get sent and you get blessed in a perfect situation. You win a Super Bowl. You know, a lot of us Giant fans, you know, me, myself included, I was like, yo, God bless, bro. God bless, beloved. You got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You once a Giant, always a Giant. But then you want to come around and flip it and say fuck the Giants and try to stun on us, bro.
Yeah.
Win 3 more, win 4 more, and then come talk shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
About,
make a Pro Bowl.
Exactly. Make a Pro Bowl. Do something. Get more than the 3 targets in a year with the Giants. He had 2 targets, 2 catches, 0 yards. 0 fucking yards. Just because you get blessed in a different situation, why the fuck you gonna be talking shit?
Wait, hold on. Wait, yo, Ed, you're telling me that Kenny Galladay had a better season than Kadarius Toney?
with a Giants uniform on? Yes, yes.
Learn the playbook, homie. And there was a bunch of. I was watching different YouTube videos on this from different channels, right? And a lot of guys were like, "I'm gonna take the high road. I'm not gonna say anything about Kadarius Toney." Fuck the high road. I play in the mud, nigga. I got mud on my fucking knees right now. Pause. You feel me?
Concrete jungle over here, B.
You know what I mean?
It's like the Jizzle said, I'm the dirtiest thing in sight.
Word. Let's have a mud fight, nigga. Let's go, nigga.
You know, you shit on the city, you shitting on everybody, so we gonna shit on you harder.
Fuck the city, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even on that type of time, but that really had me agitated, man. You know what I'm saying?
I always get on demon time when motherfuckers want to shit on New York.
Indeed.
Fuck all y'all.
Indeed.
Yeah. I definitely don't like no hate in my blood, but damn, that dude, you making my blood boiling, bro.
Yeah,
you know, like that's
we don't play KC. I don't
clown shit.
We played them this year. No,
I wish we played KC.
I think we played the AFC East.
Okay.
Because we played the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we don't play KC next year.
We'll catch them Monday. We'll catch them.
I would love to see a Thibodeau, one of them. I would
on an island with Adoree and Deontay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I would love if they played him this year. I would love to see a Thibodeau crack him, like out of nowhere, like right there,
boom, middle, and you fucking ran over, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's crazy. So yeah, yo, that's for you, my G.
2 guns up. All right. 2 guns up.
Woosah. All right. That's all my. That's all the town business we have for today. All right. Let's go to the league, man. Let's go to the league. Listen, maybe one of the most hyped and what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe one of the most hyped and not even a title, the most pressure and most hype around a playoff I've seen in a long time, right? Some names that come to mind. Felipe Lopez back in the days. You young bucks might not know that. He was like the first chosen one, right?
You know, I'm half Dominican. They were calling him
no doubt.
Dominican
Felipe, no doubt. Yeah, Dominican Jordan. What? Then you had obviously LeBron, who lived up and surpassed all the hype. Shout out to LeBron. Zion was big with hype, and there's been a bunch of others, but those are the 3 that really jump off the page to me, right? Mm-hmm. Until this guy comes, Victor Wembanyama, right? The second coming of LeBron, right? Or greater, right? And the hype around this guy is immense, right? I can only imagine the pressure on him, right? We've been hearing about him for months, right? We knew he was going to go number 1 with the Spurs in the draft. You know, you didn't have to be a rocket scientist to know that, right? makes his debut about a week ago. We're a little bit late on this, but we didn't have a show scheduled. Makes his debut, right? Left something to be desired, so to speak, right? I'm going to give you brief stats. 2 for 13. Couldn't put the ball in the basket that first game, right? Looked a little timid. Maybe looked like the lights were kind of bright for him. But he did rebound and block a couple of shots that night. Got straight up baptized under the basket by Kai Jones on some Vince Carter, Frederick Weiss type of shit. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I'm looking at that first game and I'm like, I'm not gonna overreact because it is the summer league, but I'm like, yo, he looked light, he looked frail, dog. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what he does when he comes back. So he comes back, right? Comes back in game 2, right? Drops like 27, I think, right? Double-digit boards, 3 blocks. Look good, although, like I said, albeit it is a summer league, you know, and the summer league is basically like a glorified AAU game sometimes. No coaching, everybody just trying to ball and make sure, you know. Right. And like I said, there's a lot of pressure around him. I get that. You know, if he comes, like, let's say he comes out this year, right, in a game and he lays an egg, people are going to kill him. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lose-lose situation for him. If he has a bad stretch, they're going to kill him. Like I said, immense pressure. I want to see what he's going to do against some real NBA talent. Jokic, AD, Giannis, Embiid, big dudes, because he's lighting the ass, right? He need to get in that gym. He's lighting the ass, right?
Pause.
They shut. Long story short, they shut him down for the year after those 2 games, right? Yeah. My thing is I suspect they're probably going to get him in the gym, get him on a diet plan, get him on a workout, get him put some weight on without having it disrupt the shot and his quickness and everything. Because, like I said, if he goes up against some of these big dudes. You see AD has problem down on the block with Jokic. Imagine this kid.
Shit.
But he can play. He can dribble. He can shoot. He can get to the basket. He's a defender. He can rebound. Q, I'm going to go to you first. What is your thoughts on Wembanyama? What was your thoughts on his debut? And how do you think he's going to fare in the league this coming season?
You know, you can't, like, you know, he did bust on the foot. He was a bust on that first game. I saw that shit in the bar and I was like, damn, I even saw him get posterized live. So I was like watching the TV when that shit happened. Wasn't even the new Vince Carter joint. Yo, if Wembanyama was like 7-1, he would have definitely got dunked over on.
Shit, hell yeah.
But he did come back. Yo, homie Young, he came back, had a second strong game. Probably nerves was in the first game. You know, he's on a spotlight that he's not used to.
Good point.
But that's not even the tip of the iceberg type of spotlight he's going to be when he actually start playing against some real dudes. All right. And the way he was, like, he got ball handled, but yo, I was watching some like tiny dudes making him look like he was a tree that was about to fall over. Like, he definitely needs some stronger legs, man. It almost gave me highlights of what, like, Porzingis, because Porzingis had to get into the weight room too.
Yes, sir.
You know, like, now is he gonna be a 7'5" center who's gonna shoot threes? I guess, but he ain't gonna be. You ain't gonna be nothing in the low post for Embiid and Jokic. They're gonna even 80% of the power forwards can be able to. He can back them down. You know, and that's just my opinion. But, you know, we're going to see how he has to progress his game and finesse it. Maybe he's the next person to change ball. But right now, I can't say that. You know, LeBron was one of the true people who came out of high school, you know, and I'm not saying that, you know, I know Wemby didn't come out of high school, but he came out of professional ball. But when LeBron came out of high school, he stepped into the NBA like, homie been playing NBA.
Word.
And came in with the NBA body too. That's important.
Like, man child coming in.
Before you go, Ed, I want to say this, man. I'm going to make a prediction, and I'm not saying Wembanyama can't ball. I think he definitely got skills. He's definitely like on some unicorn shit for his height and the skills that he has for his height, right? But I need to see it before I believe it all the way. You know what I'm saying? I think I want to make a prediction right here, and they're probably going to get shitted on at some point. But I think Scoot Henderson is going to be better than Wembanyama. And I'm going to say this. I've been watching. I know it's only summer league, and I've been watching their practices. But he has the NBA body. He just feels like he has that. He feels like he has that NBA game. Watching him with Sharp. Oh my God. The back doors and them. Oops. Oh, they finna ball out this shit. that whole team. The other kid, I forget the other kid name off the top of my head, but
Anthony Simmons.
Anthony Simons, yeah. They got a crew, man. But I digress. Ed, what's your thoughts on Wembanyama?
My man Victor, Wimboe, because I've been carrying pronounce his last name very well. My God.
Yo,
I love it.
It's paid for you, bro.
Yo, hold on, let's take a shot for that. For the Lion King, Victor Wembanyama.
Yo,
I had to, son. I've been holding that the whole week.
That's fine. You've been keeping that one in the cup. Victor Wembanyama.
My man. But on a serious note, my man, like I was touching him, he had a horrible first game. I was wild. I'm like, nah, this nigga's a bust, bro. I'm about to put him next to Kwame Brown and get him and send him a bus like that. But that second game, he showed out. So that's good that they shut him down after the second game, because you can see, like you guys were saying, he gonna go back to San Antonio, put in that work. Probably get in the gym with like Tim Duncan and David Robinson, Ginobili, like those guys he all took a picture with. You know,
oh, Jesus.
He came from France, had a pretty good decorated, career in France and stuff like that. But let's see how that's going to transition here in the NBA, because he did come in with crazy amount of hype. You know what I mean? And he was highly touted and everything. So he was projected number one before the lottery, right? Like he say he's number one before the lottery. So I'm hoping he does well. I'm clowning him and stuff like that. But I'm hoping he gets in the weight room, like I was saying, bulks up. If not, they're gonna shoot him like babies. Imagine like when the John Morant come back. John Morant coming for his neck. He's gonna want to jam it on him. Yeah, who else?
Zion come with Zion. Yeah. If Zion come back,
they're gonna come at him. You know what I mean? And I just want to see him not become like another Sean Bradley. Like tall as hell, George Miller saying tall as hell, Manu Bol, tall as hell, and not be used. Even Bobo, I was seeing highlights back to back of Victor and Bobo, and they got the same game. This kid, he just had a better career overseas. But
a lot of hype around him. Yeah, I mean, I think he can be good. I think he can be good, man. But I'm not ready to crown him yet. You know what I mean? Pop just signed a 5-year deal over there, so. That's a good sign, you know what I'm saying? But that shows dedication to to his development. But we're gonna see, man. I was hearing some. I think Chris Broussard. I like Chris Broussard from The Odd Couple, and I think First Things First on Fox 5. He said that something to this effect. I'm gonna paraphrase. He said that if he has the same career as Tim Duncan, basically he's a bust. I thought that shit was ludicrous. Tim Duncan is arguably the best power forward to ever fucking played the game.
He's definitely. If he's not in anybody's top 3, then you don't know basketball.
100% top 3.
Mr. Fundamental. Come on, he went to 6 finals, won 5 out of 6.
It's a big fundamental. Brother. Yeah, so I thought that was stupid. But if he has a Tim Duncan career, he's had a great career, man. But with all the hype around him, man, I'm just saying, be careful, man, because it's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean?
I guess when you win 5 chips, it's a bust. So what the hell do we call bronze?
What? That's crazy, man. I can't believe he said that, man. But you know what? I would say one last thing I'll say about Victor is that he did get drafted by a class act organization and a coach that know how to win. He just, he got all these young players right now, so they're in full rebuild mode. But they do got a lot of top talent. I'm pretty hyped to see them this year. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying that they're gonna be no playoff team, but they look like they're gonna be good for the next couple of years if they keep the young talent together.
They do, and Pop is a hell of a coach. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm
saying? OG coach too.
I think the Spurs are gonna figure out a way to create some type of medicine or experimental shit so that Pop can coach till he's 200 years old.
Word.
That's my theory.
So Magic, give him the Magic Johnson elixir.
Pop is like the Bill Belichick of the NBA.
Word.
Mad, surly, and disgruntled, and you know what I mean. But he's a great coach.
You love to hate him and stuff like that, but you gotta admire his coaching style. Like they know what they do, and X and O's wise, personnel wise, they know what they do, and they build winners. No matter who they get, stars or no stars, they built winners.
Yeah. No, facts. I concur with that statement.
What do you guys think about Scoot Henderson?
I fucks with Scoot, man. Like you
I'm
know,
big on him. Yeah, pause.
I ride with Scoot, no homo. Fucking, I like Scoot so much that when I saw him last year when he showcased himself and when they did the whole 14 thing for the Rising Stars,
Yeah.
I kind of was like upset because he kind of like he wanted to show off so bad. She didn't showcase himself too well. He was like erratic. He was rushing everything. You know what I mean? So I just wanted him to ball out. But you know, in the summer league, he's showing he gonna be a problem. And like you said, he built like, who can I say he built like? Who's like an old school brolic NBA player, like a Sean Kemp kind of body. Like,
yeah,
you know,
even like a LeBron with the NBA body.
Yeah,
you
with
know
just ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Strong, goes to the hoop, fast, very good passer.
You see that man cup that ball going for the
Yeah.
get out the way.
I'm thinking like, you know, I know Portland said they wanted to, you know, try to put a championship team around Dame, but when they didn't trade that pick and they got Scoot Henderson, I'm like, okay, so the writing was on the wall. At that point, I knew Dame was gone. They were playing a cat and mouse game. Like, you know, Dame was saying that, you know, he wants to stay in Portland, and Portland was saying that they didn't want to trade him. But when they got Scoot Henderson, I was like, Dame's gone, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Chauncey Billups, you know, got a ball on his hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I forgot Chauncey Billups was coaching them. Big Shot Billups.
Big Shot Billups.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. We'll definitely see how that plays out. Listen, we're going to transition into the next topic, right? This topic is been beaten to death. Let's just be honest. Everybody beaten to death. We're rather new on the on the podcast scene, sports show scene, right? So we got to touch it, and we're gonna touch it. Pause, like no one else has touched it before. Pause. Big pause, right?
Big pause.
Big pause. Now what I'm talking about is the GOAT debate, Jordan, LeBron, right? We're gonna see what side everyone stands on. The millenniums are basically LeBron guys, and some of the older school guys like myself, but I'm not the get off my lawn type of dude. I'm you know, I'm still a young dude in my heart. Are on the Jordan side, right? Let me put up this graphic real quick. I'm gonna say, me personally, that MJ is the GOAT.
Bro.
And all you LeBron dudes, relax.
Yeah, don't kill us, man.
I love LeBron. I got LeBrons in my sneaker collection. I got 2 or 3 pairs of LeBrons, right? I love LeBron. I've been loving LeBron. Been loving his game. When everyone killed him for going to Miami, I was all for player mobility. You know what I'm saying?
But Miami though.
Right. Not, but you know what I mean, though. Like what he was doing. I'm trying to get this graphic up. For some reason it's not coming up. But
get myself a beer.
Go get you a beer. Let me see. Where's this graphic?
So I got the sticker. I got our sticker, everybody. You're gonna see these stickers all around the city sooner or later. Exactly.
All right, you know what, Ed? I'm just gonna go to you right now till I get my graphic up. Who do you LeBron? It's very simple. LeBron or MJ, and why?
All right. I'm gonna ride with the wave of what you were saying. You know, I love LeBron. If anybody know me, if anybody know Ed Television and spoke basketball to me, you know I ride for LeBron. I've been riding for LeBron since high school. LeBron is like 2 years older than me. So I've been loving him ever since I was in high school. But MJ is the greatest of all time, hands down. No question. There's things that Jordan did that I think nobody will ever replicate. You know what I mean? And if it ever is going to be done, that person is not born yet. You know what I mean? Like they got to be genetically made in the lab somewhere to do a lot of the things that Jordan's done. But not to take nothing from LeBron, I feel like LeBron, he's the man of this last generation. He's going into his 21st season. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he's shown longevity.
Damn, it's 21st. Wow, that's
21st. Out. You know what I mean? Like 21st. So, you know, he's shown a lot of longevity. And you know, 21 and counting because he wants to play with his son, Bronny. But that's not here nor there. But if you look at it from this standpoint, like LeBron, he got he's the leading scorer in the season and in the playoffs. But imagine if Jordan had the opportunity to leave high school and jump into the NBA. Yeah, Jordan wasn't probably NBA ready. Like everybody knows Jordan's story, him coming out of high school, him going to college. He wasn't the man. He was Mike Jordan. Everybody called him Mike Jordan until he made that shot in as a rookie, as well as a freshman in the NCAA title. That's when he became Michael Jordan. That's why everybody jumped on the bandwagon.
Right.
You know, and he even got overlooked in his draft. And look what he did. Like, he straight dominated that motherfucker. To this day, when they talk about him, like, people from his era, they said, yo, we were scared of MJ. Like, he was a bad man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
LeBron in his era, you know, LeBron dominated. But you don't see people really scared of LeBron. Even these young cats coming in like, I want to go at LeBron. I want to go at LeBron. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, you know, LeBron, he'll do it, but he didn't put fear in people's hearts like Jordan did.
Good point. What do you think, Q?
I agree. You know, I'm gonna go with Jordan, man. Like, and that's just simply because of like style play. And one of the biggest things I say this too is because I think Jordan just had a smoother, more finesse way of balling. Even though, aside from just dunking on dudes, dude was just flashy as shit. Obviously, he played in a harder era. Can he play in this era? Yeah, why not? There's dudes with just the same type frame doing the same thing, you know, like, but he was doing that back then when they were coming at your hips and your knees. At this point, I don't even look at the stats because obviously Jordan, like, some of the stats are still the same, and some of LeBron stats is overweighing him. But then again, we gotta understand, homie played like almost 500 more games than Jordan. All right, so obviously he's gonna surpass people, you know, in the statistical category. But the biggest thing that stands out to me is the clutch factor, and this is what I always held against LeBron. I'm not saying LeBron isn't clutch, but in my eyes, if I'm a coach and I want to win a championship, who am I giving that ball to? I'm putting it in Jordan's hand before LeBron, because you know what I'm second guessing? Jordan might not be taking that shot. He's gonna pass it off to somebody else. I can't have that. I can't have that doubt in my mind. If I'm trying to win, I need homie to be so confident that, damn, he's gonna make this shit. And Jordan damn sure made it a lot. He made it a lot. You don't just get 6 rings for not being great. You know, you don't do that. And I understand he had a good team around him, but yeah, who you think made them better? You don't think Jordan took a little bit of pressure off of his teammates because he was so good? You know, and that's why when I hear Pippen talk about Jordan, it sounds like he had a lot of hate. But yo, be what you may say, Jordan was very competitive. He may not be the greatest soul, because we can go into other topics about how he's selling the sneakers and fucking all crazy shit with Jordans. But homie could ball. Homie made sure he was gonna win. He's gonna do his best to do it. He had that mentality. That who do you think gave Kobe his mentality of how to win?
Yeah,
was
that Jordan. I don't see any videos of people talking about, damn, that was the day I learned my lesson not to talk shit to Jordan. I don't see anybody saying that about LeBron.
No, yeah. Okay, so I seen both of them play, right? I got to see Jordan in his prime kill my Knicks, right? I'm dating myself, but whatever, right? and I got to see LeBron play, right? I'm gonna read off these stats because I'm having technical issues over here. I'm trying to share this, but I can't. So check this out, right? Jordan, 6 rings, LeBron 4. Jordan, 6 finals MVPs, LeBron 4. Regular season MVPs, Jordan 5, LeBron 4. And this is a funny stat I saw. Finals meltdowns, Jordan 0, LeBron 2, right? Finals game winners, 2 for Jordan, 0 for LeBron. Here's a big stat. Ready? 3-peats, MJ 2, no 3-peats for LeBron, not even 1, right? Swept in the finals, Jordan never been swept in the finals. LeBron been swept twice. Finals losses, Jordan donut. LeBron has 6. Right? Playoff games of 40 plus points or more, Jordan has LeBron by 10, 38-28. All right, I'm a couple more. Playoff games of 50 point or more, Jordan has 8, LeBron has 1. And playoff games of 60 plus points or more, Jordan 1, LeBron nothing. Now, that's a lot of shit to digest, right? But here's my thing. With all that said and done, right? With all that said, accolades wise, it's not even close. It's not close. It's not close. This is a blowout. But I always talk on here. I always talk about the eye test, right? I never had. You know, I used to watch him against the Knicks, and it would get in crunch time, so to speak, right? And there was, even when the Knicks kind of had the game won, you always felt like Jordan was gonna pull it out. You know what I mean? He's gonna hit the big shot. He's gonna hit the big free throw. I never felt that with LeBron. I never felt that confidence, that reassurance. You know what I mean? That's one. You know, LeBron would always drive to the middle, draw the defenders, and pass out to the guy in the 3-point line, and they would call it the right basketball play, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes that looked like, I know it's the right basketball, but sometimes it looked like he's a little scared to miss the big shot. That's just how. John, say what you want about John Starks. John Starks missed a ton of big shots, but he was never scared to take the big shot, along with a lot of other guys, right?
Yes, sir.
I think LeBron don't have that dog in him, but I will say this: there's nothing wrong with being number 2. I think LeBron is clearly number 2, clearly all-time scoring leader, and I want to say he's 4th all-time in assists. I believe that he's somewhere in that category.
Yeah.
So
and he's number 1 in playoff scoring too. He's number 1.
Yeah. So LeBron is a dog. So
but Jordan is a wolf.
Jordan is a wolf.
I don't know if y'all saw. I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't know if y'all saw that little interview with Jerry West, where he's like, "Oh, these guys nowadays call themselves dogs, but I was a wolf, so that's why I'm calling Jordan a wolf." That's 100% from that ilk. He come from that claw.
But all right, and let's take it off the court for a second, right? Impact wise, right? They say Larry Bird and Magic Johnson saved the NBA, right? Michael Jordan took that shit to the next fucking level, blew that shit up. Him and David Stern, you got to give David Stern some credit. Made the game global. The whole Dream Team shit. I don't know if you remember the Last Dance, and they're showing him over in like
China or some shit.
China, and people are crying. And he got China. It was like, it was like Michael Jackson vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just transcended basketball. He was, the Gatorade commercials and the Jordans. There'll never be another sneaker like Jordan.
LeBron, be like Mike, all that.
And there was I think it was Jordan's ex-trainer or something. I forget who it is, but he said, remember back in the days, niggas would get robbed for their Jordans. Mm-hmm. No one ever tried to rob a dude for their LeBrons.
Never.
You feel what I'm saying?
You feel me? I'm not getting back for some LeBrons, B.
No one ever got for their LeBrons, B. LeBrons, even the sneakers don't have an impact to this day. 30 years later, 40, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes rock Jordans. Mm-hmm. He keeps selling dudes the same sneakers over and over, the same fucking exact sneakers over and over again, and we like wait online and buy them. You know what I'm saying? But
that's true.
I'm my vote's for Michael Jordan. I don't want to touch this over and over again, but I feel we had to weigh in on that. What do you guys? What do you guys think, man?
Nah, man.
I feel like I was saying before, they broke the mold when Jordan came in the league. Like, you know what I mean? Like the things that I'm reading, like a couple of stats. I'm becoming like the stat guy here, but I'm reading I took down so much notes on like incredible Jordan stats. That's just too much to talk about. That he needs a show all by himself to talk about. Like some of the stats, like one stat, I don't want to be that guy, but you mentioned it, you brushed it up. There's only 9 times that in NBA history that somebody averaged 40 points in the playoffs, right? 9 times. Jordan's is 5. Did it 5 times out of those 9 times. Only 4 other guys: Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, Rick Barry, and Bernard King. The rest is Jordan. Like, come on, nobody's done that since Jordan. The last time Jordan did that, the average 40 in the playoffs was 93. Nobody's ever done that. Another thing too, like Jordan played 82 games. I'm big on playing the whole season. I don't know. That's just me. I'm big on playing the whole season. He played 82 games 9 times, and he did that his last season at 40 years old. You know what I mean? These guys, I love that. You see these guys like, 21, 22 sitting out. Load management. And LeBron started that load management shit. That's the only thing that gets me mad about LeBron. That I want to sit down. Let me sit down and rest. Forget that rest. You messing up team chemistry with all that rest. You know what I mean? That's why he losing 6 finals instead of winning 6 finals. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. But I love LeBron though. I'm not trying to bash LeBron, but when it comes to Jordan and LeBron, it's MJ all day.
LeBron's
I agree.
LeBron's a fucking cyborg, B.
He
I
is.
still feel like that to this day. Homie don't go to the sauna or an ice bath. He goes to the back room and they just replace like one of his mechanical parts.
Like an iRobot, Will Smith, when they had his arm. Remember and shit? Yeah.
Word, man.
Homie run the whole court in like 5 steps. He'll dunk on you and then block your shot next. You gotta love his play, but
No
Yeah,
doubt,
man.
no doubt. Let me say this
Craig,
about
I give
LeBron real
credit.
quick. He, you know, Mike was scared to talk about social issues. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to. He didn't want to fuck up his Jordan money. You know what I'm saying? And his Gatorade money. You know, and his his billion endorsements. I gotta give LeBron credit, man. LeBron ain't scared to talk on shit. You know what I'm saying? LeBron, LeBron rep for his people. You know what I mean?
nah, facts.
And he opened a lot of doors for the people.
He opened a lot of doors. You see Rich Paul and them, Maverick Carter. His whole crew is is on.
So cool. Yep.
Jay-Z had a line in what song is that? Feeling It, right? And this line always resonated with me. What's it go? If you ain't rich, if everybody in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged. No one could fall because everyone will be each other's crutches. That's
man.
the most illest shit ever, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That line is crazy deep, and I think that speaks to how LeBron helped his peoples out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Now, you touched up. Now we're going a little bit of hip hop too. I got a line that I referred LeBron to, and Jadakiss said, "I'd rather be broke together than rich alone." And that's what LeBron did. I'd rather bring my whole team with me than just do this by myself. I love that. That's one thing I love about LeBron. And like you said, he's a motherfucking cyborg. 21 seasons and counting. Like, come on, dude. You can't take that away from LBJ.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, if I'm rich and you guys ain't rich, it sucks. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if we all rich and I fall off, you guys can slide me 100 bands and I'm right back on.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So we all support each other. You know what I'm saying? It ain't cool to be the only dude out your clique getting it. That's corny, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if you rich and I'm not, I'ma just rob you.
Word.
How you the boss when every nigga in your clique is starving? That's one of the whole lines on one of Q shits. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk.
That go hard right there, boy.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yo, this has been a great show so far, man. Matter of fact, let's take a shot for LeBron and MJ.
Word, man. LeBron and MJ.
Facts.
You on drunk sports talk? How we not drinking?
Yo, literally number one and two.
Because the topics is too ill, son.
Yeah, word.
LeBron, don't think I'm shitting on you. I fuck with you.
We fuck with you.
Facts.
It's just that MJ.
I'm a LeBron fan. I be sticking up for people who don't even like LeBron because they just hate him. I'm like, damn, how you hate somebody who's good? Like, do you hate him because he's just good at ball? That shit don't even sound right, Like, you got mad hate in your blood, kid.
Yeah.
Well, before we take the shot, one thing I will say about LeBron, 2 things. He dominated the East for years, right?
Yes.
I think, and this is I didn't even think to say this before. I think that KD going to Golden State killed his GOAT argument. I think that had KD not gone to Golden State, he would have had a legitimate shot at potentially being the GOAT. And I know he's the first one who started the whole player mobility thing, and I get it. I'm all for that. But KD took it to another level, man, because it was just impossible to beat Golden State when they
you can.
When LeBron and Kyrie and Love was in Cleveland, they had it. They had it. When KD went over to Golden State, it killed LeBron's GOAT candidacy. You know what I mean?
When KD went to Golden State, let's go.
Let's do it.
Salute.
Salute. When KD went to Golden State, it made me lose love for basketball. Those 2 seasons with Golden State, I'm like, yo, who's gonna beat this team, bro? Like, just give them the 2 championships that they won. Just give it to them. Like, gift wrap it to them. Like, who's gonna beat this team, bro? No matter if LeBron got whoever at that point, he wasn't gonna beat that team. I got so mad that he's 3 up. He's up 3-1, and then they come back, lose that series. And then you're gonna join a team that's what they went 73-9. Like, really? Like, dude, you lost all respect for me. And I was saying after Kobe and LeBron, I was saying KD next up. I was saying that I was professing it, I was manifesting it, all that crap. And once he joined Golden State, I was like, oh, fuck him. Look what he's doing now. Like, you know, went to Brooklyn, started a super team in Brooklyn. Now in Phoenix, he's showing that he can't win without all-star players, man.
Yeah.
Players, like, come on, what are you doing out here?
Shit. And you know what's crazy? I don't even hate the Lakers, but I hate the Lakers in 2K, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because homie Johnny Cash over here, I'll be in his fucking crib and we playing, and I'm good at the game, but he was playing for a long time and practicing and shit. Got mad ill, but homie would play LeBron James, Dwight Howard, and Anthony Davis on the same court, blocking all my shit, swatting, like 48 offensive rebounds, like 23 defensive rebound. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit, man. Like,
I don't blame him. I'll do the same thing too, man. Shit,
backing him down, footwork in the post, the whole bit.
I was like,
but let's not front like he's being a little modest. He was whooping me for years. So I said, you know what? I gotta go get me the game. And during COVID, I locked in for like 5 months. I was out of work. I locked in for like 5 months, and I had this thing called a revenge tour. And I was just crossing names off the list and shit. You know what I'm saying? And everyone who ever beat me, I was like, yo, what's up now, partner? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he caught me by surprise. So, you know my name got scratched off that list.
Indeed. Well, shout out to both of them.
Word.
Yeah, man. I wanted to talk. Listen, I wanted to talk some Mets, but I think we'll save that for the next episode.
Yeah, because they're going into the All-Star break anyway soon, right?
Well, no, that's it.
A couple more weeks.
Saturday. Yeah.
Past right.
Yeah, because it was only the Derby and the game, and they I think they played Friday against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Because they said the Nationals this first time they won like the last 10 years, right?
Yeah, it's since 2012. This is the first time National League finally won because American League was raping them.
Listen, the Mets this 20 year upwards of $350 million. Steve Cohen, I know he's not happy, but it was kind of strange that after he came out and finally spoke to the media, the Mets went on this kind of like a hot streak, so to speak, right? Mm-hmm. I think we'll get into that more lately, though. The bats will come alive. Francisco Alvarez. Francisco Lindor. Francisco Alvarez been on my mind, because he's balling out. You know what I'm saying?
Alvarez is one of the illest catchers right now in the league.
Right. Some key home runs too.
And the thing about Alvarez, exactly. The thing about Alvarez, and I don't have a stat up with me but I have him somewhere. The knock on him was he wasn't a defensive. He was a defensive liability, and he's great defensively. You know what I'm saying? Beatty's coming up. I think he's going to be good. Vientos didn't really work out as well. Just to give a brief overview.
Yeah, they tried Escobar. I was big on Escobar. He played good for us last year.
Yeah, he was like the team leader, but they thought Brady was going to be the guy.
Brady.
Fucking Marte wasn't hitting. He came through a couple last week. He came through, a couple times against the Padres. He came through a couple of those games.
I mean, but the starting pitching is the problem. With the pitching on a whole was the problem with the Mets. And since we're going into it, at television, what's your thoughts on the Mets, man? They've been hot as of late. But overall disappointing season. I want to say the 6 or 7 behind in the wild card race. What's your thoughts on the Mets this year?
I mean, to be honest, heading into the All-Star break, like you were saying, they were getting on a little run, and looking in the month of July. In the month of July, they 6-2. You know what I mean? They 6-2 right now. Yeah. Let's see how they finish. They what?
All West Coast teams, though. They feeding on the West Coast this year.
You know what I mean? And that's what you need. And that division has been horrible. So I feel like they need to take advantage and beat like the West, and they need to beat the Central, because those two are horrible right now in the National League. So like you said, they wasted all this money for like Serger and Verlander and that Japanese kid. What's his name?
Senga's doing all right though.
Senga doing his thing. Yeah. But then when you lose Sugar Diaz, you know what I mean? Like who's our best closer? David Robertson. He has 13 saves. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like come on,
Ottavino. Listen, Scherzer. If you look at his
numbers is good.
He started off terrible, right? Mm-hmm. But I think he's won 9 out of his last 10 or 11. So I forget exactly what it is. But
8-3 right now.
Yeah. 3 and I think 3.45 ERA, I believe, something along those. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but the problem with Scherzer, right? He gives up a shit ton of home runs.
Yeah, his ERA is 4.31, man.
I'm watching the game the other night. First inning, boom, 3-run shot. It's like it's crazy. Verlander's been better. We got rid of DeGrom, who I thought DeGrom. I thought DeGrom was electric. I go get my DeGrom jersey right now. Jacob
The
DeGrom jersey.
Grominator was the truth, man.
DeGrominator.
Mhm.
Problem with DeGrom is he reminds me a lot of Derrick Rose.
Oh,
People are gonna be like, "What are you talking about, Derrick Rose?" The torque and thrust and force in his that he throws that ball with, his body couldn't handle it. You know what I'm saying? So he keeps breaking down. But he was untouchable when he got on that mound. But
Hell yeah.
like I said, the starting pitching, Lindor has been a streaky hitter, but Lindor, he's my favorite player. He's his bat is waking up. He's got about 19 homers, 239 average, but his OPS is above 800, which is pretty good. Yeah, Jeff McNeil's not the guy we saw last year, but I think he'll be better in the second half.
Yeah, Nemo kind of became this year's of Jeff McNeil.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I just think we talked about Francisco Alvarez. We talked about Kodai Senga.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's had some shaky starts, but he's had some dominant starts as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great addition to the pitching staff. I think we're a little bit old, and like you mentioned, Diaz.
If you look at like touching on Diaz, like if you look at the saves of the guys who've been trying to save for us, it's been 22 saves. Yeah. Diaz alone last year had like 30 plus saves last year by himself, like 31, 32. So,
but Francisco Alvarez has been. I'm waxing poetically about him because he's great. But they have 90 games left, right?
They're fourth in the.
They played 90. Sorry, they played 90. They have 72 left.
Mm-hmm.
They need about, I want to say 48 more wins to get to a wild card, maybe, if they can catch those other couple of teams in front of them. But
well, it's about to get interesting because they're gonna play. I think they play the Braves soon, right?
Yeah.
They play the Braves, and then the Dodgers up next, and then they and then a couple weeks from now, we got in a couple weeks we got we got the second half of the Subway Series in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So it's the end of July. So that's definitely going to be we definitely going to touch a little bit more on that. And why to the Yankees to the Mets.
Polar Bear was hurt for a while, so he's trying to get back in his groove.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the home run derby, but we'll leave that maybe for next episode. But overall, disappointing season for the Mets thus far. But we'll see what they can do. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Let's see if they can pick it up like Wemby's second game. All right,
I've been at Citi Field 4 or 5 times already this year. So
we're going again. I got to buy my ticket for August 12th. I'm being there all hot as fuck in August, sweating my balls off.
Damn, I wish I could go with y'all.
Eating them nasty glizzies.
I wish I could go with y'all, but that weekend I'm gonna be in the Poconos, man. Like, damn, that's not what I want with y'all, man. Last game I went to, it was when they brought back the blackout jerseys, the all black on black jerseys. I had to go to back. I used to love those jerseys when I was a kid back in the early 2000s, late 90s, I was like, I told my mans, I was like, we out to that game, kid.
Facts. Yo, another great one, man. Another great show, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
And another one.
That's it. You already know. You know what it is.
On a serious and solemn note, though, we're gonna sign off with some respect and honor towards one of our fallen soldiers. Ed, you wanna you take it from here, my brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for giving me the stage. I just wanna, with the closing toast, I just wanna dedicate this episode to a good friend, my brother in arms. Lost him this past weekend, my man Dion Brands. One of my best friends from my tight circle, besides my brothers that are here with me on Drunk Sports Talk. Dion was like my brother from another. Like I said, lost him. Today's his birthday, so I want to dedicate this episode. My brother Dion, may you rest in heaven. One of the illest MCs I ever heard on the mic, besides my man Q. May you rest in peace, and may you always find peace. And I hope and pray I get to see you again, my brother.
Peaceful journey. Salute.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Peaceful journey, peaceful
that's crazy.
Transition, my
yo, rest in peace. And that's crazy. You bring up his birthday was today. Yo, it was Booger's birthday yesterday.
Look at that, man. That's crazy. Shout out to Booger, man. I know Booger was your boy and you lost him too. Shout out to Booger, man. Happy birthday to Booger, man.
Shout out to Booger Brown, man.
Happy birthday, B.
Never got to meet you.
That was cool, man. But I fucked with Booger too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So Booger was my guy too. You know what I mean? We had a lot of deep conversations. But yo, check this out. You already know what you've been watching. Drunk Sports Talk.
Tell them.
We out here, we coming. Pause. We getting ready to do our thing, man. But we do appreciate the support. Like, subscribe, Make sure you spread the word, and we'll see you guys next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and make sure you guys stop biting.
Stop biting.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Shark
the shot
biting,
game
man.
is ours. Let's go. We out of here. Peace.
Come on. Peace.